So let's start working on our shattered values design. Here's a work in progress, including my realistic style with a dragonfly, and the shattered lines are rounded. And I'll talk more about that once we get there. Your first step, however, is to locate 6 sheets of paper in your kit. There's 6 sheets that are all the same, and you're going to take out one of them. And I'm going to show you how to fold it. So in your kit, there's 6 sheets of paper that are all the same. They're a thick white paper. It's a little bit bigger than notebook paper or printer paper. So you have 6 identical sheets, and all you need to do is just take one of them, putting the other ones aside. So I have this sheet of paper. Whether you fold it from the top down and crease it, or this way like you're closing a book, either way you'll achieve the same result. So let's do it this way. Let me fold it like a book. And this is pretty thick paper, so I'm going to use something to crease it with. How about a pen? You can use a pencil, a Sharpie, whatever you have, even a spoon. Just give it that nice sharp crease. So then you have your piece of paper ready to go. Whoops. So you could work with your design tall, which is vertical, or wide, which is horizontal. Either one is fine. Both are just fine. So your next question, now that we've folded the paper, the question you have to answer yourself is, are you going to do a geometric style or a realistic style? Here's examples of both. Here's my realistic style, where I chose an image that you could name. So here I chose a dragonfly. Animals, food, cartoons, there's lots of different options. And then the opposite of that you could choose is a geometric style, where you're using shapes like triangles, squares, and circles to create a design. And really, the choice is up to you. I think most students would say that the geometric is easier. So here's an example of squares and triangles. So that might be one approach for you, if that seems easier. Circles. And finding something to trace, such as, here is a bottle of disinfectant. So I could put my object on top and trace it. A cereal bowl, a mug or a cup, a small bottle of nail polish, a quarter, all kinds of things you could locate around your home that are round that will allow you to trace shapes. So you might just stick with circles. If you want to do geometric, you could just stick with circles. You could get a ruler and make some squares or rectangles, or triangles. It's up to you. Another example might be a cartoon character. Here's Maggie Simpson. Here's my initials, and I already shattered this one, which just means to add dividing lines. So my initials are LJB. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines that shatter it. So you have some choices to make. You could do your name. You could do a word. You have choices. So whatever's best for you. You know yourself and your skills and your abilities. What are you going to do? So here's my paper. I'm going to go this way just so you can see it better. If you're going to do something geometric, locate some objects that you could trace. Sorry, that was very close. Notice how, actually all of these get cropped off the page, like cut off. Here's a little ruler. Maybe I'll do some triangles. And I'm going to find a good balance of how many shapes I actually do, because I want to fill up the page, but I don't want to make it too busy. So it's kind of a matter of figuring out, this is kind of empty over here. Let's see. Oh, here's a nickel. Because you want to have a little variety in your shapes. Alright, maybe another one off center here. And again, you are not copying this design. This is my original geometric design. But you're coming up with your own approach in how you want to create a geometric design. Okay, so there's an example of geometric. Again, it could be vertical or horizontal. And by the way, too, if you don't like your original design, this could be considered your rough draft. And guess what? Flip it over. New white sheet of paper. So this is going to be, this size will be our final piece. You can just decide if you're not loving your first one, consider it your rough draft, and perhaps try something else. So another option, like I said, is something realistic. Food makes a very good choice. So here I have my pizza. You can just look up images on Google to find what you're looking for. Perhaps, let's see, maybe on the back of this one. Let me do, let me think. Maybe I'll do a cupcake. So whatever, if I'm choosing some kind of image, I do want to fill up a good part of the paper. Let's see. Think cartoonish, kind of clip art graphics. It doesn't have to be very detailed or designed that way. You could keep it actually very simple. Maybe some sprinkles. So yeah, food, animals, logos, if you're into fashion, a face, cartoon character, there's so many things you can do. So your job is to next decide if you're going to go geometric, like this, or realistic, like this. And then we will continue on in the future to look at ways to shatter it and begin to render with our graphite pencil. Bye-bye.